Ever feel like tech is changing faster and faster? Well, buckle up, because we're diving into a big one today, AI chips.
And not just any AI chips, we're talking about the future of powerful computing.
Right, and we've got a ton of articles here from places like CNBC, AMD, even some really in-depth tech publications.
A lot to unpack.
Yeah, this is way more exciting than just looking at some computer chips.
True, because this is about something much bigger. It's about, well, what if incredibly powerful AI was suddenly available to everyone?
Yeah, for a long time, Nvidia has been at the top of the heap, but man, those chips are expensive.
Definitely a luxury item.
Totally. Basically the Rolls-Royce of AI chips. And now AMD is stepping into the ring with their new Instinct MI325X chip.
And they are not messing around.
No, not at all. Some articles even say AMD could actually be better than Nvidia now, and for a lot less money.
It's a bold move for sure, but when you look at the specs of the MI325X, it's impressive. Yeah, one of the articles I was reading, I think it was, it was this article over on, I think it was actually on AMD's own website, highlighted its memory.
Okay.
It's huge, 288 gigabytes of HBM3E memory.
288. Wow. Okay. So that's, what is that? Triple the memory of older chips.
At least. But it's not just about the size, it's HBM3E, which is the newest type of memory specifically designed for AI.
Okay, but in English, what does that actually mean for, like, regular people?
Think of it this way. Imagine you're working on something complex, something that needs a lot of processing power.
Okay.
This boost in memory means that processing is faster, smoother, and it can handle way more information at once. So what used to take hours could now take minutes.
So it's like upgrading from I don't know, like a dial-up connection to fiber optic.
Exactly. And that's just the memory. We haven't even gotten to the bandwidth yet.
Which is?
The speed at which information can travel. And the MI325X is boasting, get this, 6 terabytes per second.
6? Isn't that, wait, that's faster than Nvidia, right?
Even their flagship H200 can't quite hit that.
Wow. So AMD is coming in strong. They're not just trying to compete. They're aiming to be at the top.
Oh, absolutely. And to make sure everyone knows they're serious, they're claiming the MI325X is a full 30% faster than anything Nvidia has.
Okay, now that's fighting talk. That's a straight-up challenge.
It is. And on top of that, AMD is saying they're going to release a brand new AI chip every single year.
Wow. Okay, so they're going to force Nvidia's hand. Like, if they don't keep up, they're going to get left behind.
Right, and that could lead to a price war, which is good for everyone. Well, everyone except maybe Nvidia.
Competition is good.
Right.
Makes everybody up their game. But let's be real. Nvidia didn't get to be the king of AI chips by accident.
Very true.
They got a huge chunk of the market, don't they?
Over 90% of data centers use Nvidia's AI chips.
Right.
That's a really tough lead to beat.
How do they get so big?
Well, part of it is their programming language, CUDA. It's become the industry standard.
So even if AMD has a better, faster chip now, if developers don't know how to use it,
It's going to be a hard sell.
right, like trying to get everyone to switch from like iPhone to Android,
Yeah,
possible, but a tough one.
exactly. And Nvidia has spent years building up this ecosystem. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg problem for AMD.
So how are they going to do it? I mean, AMD must known about CUDA, right?
Oh, yeah, they definitely knew. And they've got an answer for it. It's called ROCm. It's their own software platform.
ROCm. Okay. And is that like a competitor to CUDA?
That's the idea. AMD is putting a lot of effort into making ROCm really appealing to developers, especially with all these new chips coming out.
So are they saying like, hey, switch over, it'll be worth it?
Basically, they're saying ROCm is the future.
And are people buying it?
Well, it's a slow burn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, CUDA has been around for so long. Switching your entire workflow, that's not an easy decision.
Right, like it better be worth it.
Exactly. But AMD has been highlighting some pretty impressive numbers. For example, with their MI300X accelerators, they've actually doubled the performance using ROCm.
Doubled, huh?
Yeah, they're trying to show people that ROCm is not just some afterthought. It's powerful, it's constantly being improved, and it can really compete with CUD.
Okay, so those are some big promises. But is it enough to really challenge NVIDIA's grip on the market?
That's the big question, isn't it? NVIDIA's got a massive head start, and they're not just sitting around waiting for AMD to catch up.
Right.
It's going to be a long game for AMD, that's for sure.
So even if AMD gets some of the market share, what does that mean for, well, everyone else?
Just think, what if all the AI we rely on, from self-driving cars to, I don't know, medical diagnoses, was suddenly cheaper and more powerful?
Okay, yeah.
That's what this competition could bring.
So it's not just about faster chips. It's about making all this amazing AI technology available to, Well, to everybody.
Exactly. Imagine the possibilities if everyone had access to this kind of power.
Right, like instead of just a handful of companies controlling all this advanced AI,
Mhm.
it could be, I don't know, like a democratization of AI almost.
Precisely. And it's not just about access, it's about what we can do with it. Think about natural language processing. That's something that could be totally revolutionized by the MI325X's massive memory.
Okay, so like smarter virtual assistants,
Yeah.
better translations.
Way better. We could be talking about virtual assistants that can actually understand you, hold a real conversation, you know?
That's wild. And all of this is happening right now, like as
Yeah.
we're talking.
It is. These chicks are being designed, tested, refined as we speak. It's a really exciting time to be following this technology.
So we're kind of watching history in the making here.
In a way, yeah. The next few years are going to be really telling. We'll see if AMD can keep up this momentum and how Nvidia responds.
Like a, I don't know, like a technological arms race.
Definitely. But at the end of the day, it's the consumers, all of us, who benefit from this competition. Better AI, faster AI, and hopefully more affordable AI.
Right. So no matter who comes out on top, it sounds like we all win. You know, it's funny. We started this whole thing talking about AMD going up against a giant, but it seems like both companies are pushing each other to be better.
Yeah, one of the articles I was reading compared it to, remember the whole Intel versus AMD thing back in the day with PCs?
Oh, yeah. Could I forget? I built my own PC back then.
Well, they were always trying to one-up each other, and that competition basically gave us the computers we have now. Powerful, but affordable.
Huh. So you're saying maybe we'll see the same thing with these AI chips? That'd be pretty huge.
Right. I mean, it's not just about, like, who has the fastest chip this year. It's about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
All the software, the applications, everything that gets built on top of this technology.
So it's like a ripple effect. One innovation leads to another and another.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so exciting. It's not just about AMD versus Nvidia. It's about what this competition could mean for, well, for everyone.
Okay, so for all the listeners out there, what's the takeaway? What should we be paying attention to?
Keep an eye on AI, that's for sure. Because this isn't just about geeky tech stuff. It's about how we're going to be interacting with technology in the future. AI is already changing everything around us, and these chips are driving that change.
It's like we're standing on the edge of something huge, some kind of technological revolution. And honestly, I can't wait to see where it goes.
Me neither. And who knows, maybe years from now we'll look back at this as like the starting point. Like this is what kicked it all off.
And all because two companies decided to really go head-to-head and build some incredible technology. Well, that's about all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time for another look at what's happening in the world of tech.